Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX setups for today. So, yeah, market got moving, positive noise out of the Feds, and for me, the DAX is a fairly interesting setup. It is a break of structure, and this double bottom, so you pull back double bottom, is very much in play. And the neckline here is at 19,245. The other thing that has not transpired just yet is a break. Sorry, it's a break of this. Oh boy, doesn't want to work this morning, but anyway, there we go. Get on the level. Right, so you can see that was the first two fractals here on the 8 hour. That indicates the downward trend line. We are testing it at the moment. So I would want us to see a pullback onto structure, and this break of what looks like a double bottom is probably not strong enough when you look at this on the 8 hour. So let's just get down to the levels that we're looking to trade, and you can see pretty decent price action here. Big bars to start off with, and then smaller and tighter green bars going into the level of resistance. Now, if I just put a horizontal in, you can see there is a horizontal level here as well, and that's at 19,322. Oscillator's group to the upside, so I don't think I want to be jumping in long there just yet. This downward trend line is fairly strong. There were 3 touches on it already last week, well, the close of the week before and last week, and now we've got the 4th touch at the moment. So logic dictates you should see is roll a little bit, find structure lower down. We did have a crossover of the moving averages as well, so you would expect that to be tested as well. So the setup is to the upside, but the advice is don't be too hasty just yet. And when you look at the hour, you can see why I say that. Interesting that we got going to the downside first, and then somebody knew something well before the Feds came out, and the markets rallied. Anyway, so ideally, a pullback onto 19,241 would be half decent, and then I would also put, these are going to be very wide positions, but those are the 3 that I'd be paying attention to. So pull back onto 19,241, pull back onto 19,194, and pull back onto 19,148. Then in between those levels, you're going to see micro levels on the 15-minute as well. So if I just scroll left, you see what I mean. There's multiple fractals here that we've broken between those levels. So I would be watching. Let's go a little bit more, you'll see what I mean. See where price is hovering on a bit of structure here, but there's multiple levels to downside, and there's multiple candlesticks or candlestick wicks that are going to impact price. Okay, so moral of the story is wait for the pullback, wait for the structure to form. You're looking for a pin bar, inside bar, engulfing bars off these levels I've given you, and as soon as they start breaking that structure to the upside, that's your trigger for the long, and you'll stop at the bottom. I would be aiming at 19,322 as the opportunity to take profit. Now, if we don't pull back, then wait for the break. So the break would be of 19,322. Ignore the diagonal, just keep it as a reference point, but don't trade off it. Look at the horizontal, which is 19,322. You look for a break of that and a retest of that on the 15-minute, and that's your signal to be long. Where you're going to in that scenario is going to be testing the all-time high. I would say this one first, and that's going to be 19,460. Okay, so that is the scenario. The long-term scenario here is if we do break, we'll come back, build a base lower down. We should build a base somewhere around where we are now, and this is talking about next week. This is at 19,2, let's just say 19,290, 19,300. So we should break this week, come back, test, and then next week that validates a fairly decent flag break. So I'll go from there. So that would be 780 points from the bottom here, which we should get moving. And then once that's done, then you can take this whole move as a measured move. So that's going to be significant, 1,200 points to the upside. So yeah, that's kind of my view at the moment. I hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.